All right, so I was listening to some alternate R&B the other day, Frank Ocean, Tyler the Creator, Kevin Abstract. You already know the guys. And I was so captured by the vibe of these tracks. Something about these tracks, they give me a vintage sophistication, but an easy listen, which is so cool. For example, Stevie Wonder, it's kind of complex. The chords, the bass lines are always very groovy and kind of complicated, but it just feels so easy to listen to and absolutely rips. And so I thought it'd be really fun to make an alternate R&B track, really leaning into lush chorus, groovy bass lines, detuned synths, modulated keys sounds, all this stuff. I'm gonna mostly lean into guitar. I think this will be a guitar-based track and kind of pulling some SpongeBob vibes a little bit, but we'll get there when we get there. Overall, we're really just trying to capture that tape warmth and vintage feel with a modern kick. No more dilly-dally. This one's gonna be a good one. If you wanna get the loop, the beat, or the MIDI, it's gonna be available on the Patreon, and let's get started with the beat. First thing, build out the chords with the electric guitar. I've got a tiny bit of modulation and warble with the chroma console, and this is what it sounds like. Strumming in some muted chords, this is going to be foundational for the pocket of the track. The goal is for it to be tight, but not exactly on the grid. So I'm not going to quantize it too aggressively. Moving on to some tracks higher up the neck, this is where I'm gonna really lean into chorus. So to get this tone, I'm actually using a pedal on my pedal board called the Eventide H90. I control it on my computer, digging into the parameters for the chorus or the delay tones. That pedal is the centerpiece to the guitar tone today. All right, this is where the tone has landed and the part we're playing in. So then I got a sick idea for this melody and I was playing it with my fingers and it sounded good. But I wanted to give a little bit more vibe, and so I yanked out the slide, which I don't play very often, but listen to the difference when I play it with the slide. It's just so vibey. It sounds modulated and quite detuned, and it's perfect for a track like this. Moving on to keys, I've got a Rhodes with some pretty heavy vibrato going on. Bass, really bouncy and grooving. I'm doing something fun here to increase the tension of the track, which is I'm alternating the bass root note. So what this looks like is on the keys, I'm playing C major, let's say, C, E, G. And on the bass, I'll actually play C and then instantly play E, and I might go up to G. Or what I'll do is I'll land right on the downbeat, I'll play E instead of C. And so it gives this kind of forward momentum and kind of like they're not sitting fully comfortably. It's a very cool trick and feels great in this track. Adding in these drums, keeping the drums super simple, but really groovy. separately added in these cymbals, kind of ride and crashes, and I was having a lot of fun. Gave the track almost playful feeling to it, so I thought it was perfect when I played it in. I'm putting dirty tape all over those drums. This plugin has become one of my favorite plugins I own. It's just gives everything such a good warmth and such a good vibe. So sick. Right after I did that, I started singing in this vocal idea and I knew it was time to add some vocals. So I started singing that in. And then we got to harmonize it. Trying to lean into how like old school vocal background singers would sing. And so they kind of had really cool, unique tones. And so I'm kind of just playing around with where I'm placing the vocal to make it sound kind of interesting. So I add another layer. Of course, we harmonize that again. And again. And again. Basically, we're just going to keep adding layers. Here's a couple more. After the vocals, I found this really cool sort of atonal pad and I felt like it added so much sauce, so we added it in. B section keys, I just kind of played one take and I felt like it was kind of the vibe I was looking for, which was live, kind of played in. Something a friend actually told me was when I was playing or just like jamming around, I would capture the exact feeling that we were looking for on the track. But then I would practice it. And then when I clicked record, I would lose that magical moment. And so I started kind of just like pressing record, playing and seeing if I can capture that first instinct. I'm curious if that's something you've ever experienced. Just before you're about to record, you play it and it's just got the perfect vibe to it. Second you click record, all of a sudden you just start overthinking it. Let me know in the comments. Okay, I've been super into these cool string flourishes, so I thought we got to add another one in. So here's it being built out. First thing, we got to come up with the idea. And then basically we're just going to stack a bunch of different strings, whether it be violins 1, 2, violas, cellos, just build it out. I'm not going to explain the full process here because I already did that in this video right there. So you can check it out if that's something you want to find out. For the end of the B section, we're using a bass slide to kind of move us into the next section, and I love it. And boom, just like that, we made it. This is actually one of my favorite beats I've ever made. I'm stoked on it. And I've actually got a part 2 coming sometime in the near future. Check the description or the comments for that link. In that video, I'm showing my whole process to make lead vintage vocals. So stay tuned if that's something you want to find out. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe and that like button, and let's check out the final beat.